Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So this one's going to be a little fun. I didn't even plan on doing this, but about a month ago, maybe a little more than a month ago, my girlfriend and I took Ancestry DNA tests. And this is very, very shocking. So I actually have the results pulled up here, and we have this fun little graph to look at. And we'll dig a little deeper in a second. Do some breakdowns. Where exactly is Paul J. Savage from? So let's just start with some backstory, okay? I grew up my whole life thinking I was 50% Polish. And then not until high school did I learn that ethnicity doesn't break in even numbers, right? So you're 50% of your mom's DNA, 50% of your dad's DNA, but that doesn't mean that if your dad was, first of all, very rare is it someone's gonna be 100% of anything, but say your dad was 100% Polish, doesn't necessarily mean I'm 50%, right? I could be 32%, my sister could be 53%, so you could get more or less of any individual ethnicity. And if that doesn't make sense, it's not my, really my job to explain that to you. If you're confused about that, I would recommend looking into it because I never even looked that. I never even really knew that until just a few years ago. I always thought 50%, 25%, 12.5%, right? It just keeps splitting evenly, but that's not really how it works. Cool, so let's get into this. So I thought it would be kind of fun to let you guys know what I think I am versus what I actually am. So my whole life, ready, up until today, November, 12th, 2019, I thought I was 50% Polish, somewhere in the 20% French, and then the rest was scattered between Dutch, Irish, and Native American, right? Everyone always said, hey, you got a little Native American. And the big one that I lived by was Polish, right? I'm mostly Polish, and I thought the rest was just small percentages. Let's get into it. Ready? So let's see how much Polish we have. That's going to be European. Okay, our European breakdown. 0% Polish. That totally shocked me. I was like, what? I know I've watched some videos of people getting these results and they were always like, oh my god, I didn't know I had that. And occasionally there's someone that thinks they're 100% South Korean or something and they're only 40%. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, 0% Polish. So I'm 70% British. That is the United Kingdom, 70.1%. So I'm mostly British. Cool, right? Not much to say there. It makes sense, right? Colonizing over to the United States. I was from New England. That is pretty explainable. Russian, right? So I'm 16% Russian. Guys, I didn't even know that I was 1% Russian. No one in my family has ever said you're Russian. Even not even a hint of it. Not you're 4% Russian, or maybe you have a little bit of Russian. 16% is pretty big. That's almost 20%. That's a fifth of my ethnic DNA is Russian. That's pretty crazy. That one I was interested, excited. I don't know what to feel about that. That was kind of crazy. And then this one also really shocked me. 8%, I believe that's Iberian, right? What is that? That's Spain and Portugal. So that's Spanish or Portuguese. 8%. Again, that's almost 10%. That's a huge number. With DNA, these numbers 1% and 2% sometimes even make up a bit of it. But to be 8% Spanish and Portugal, again, I've never heard that in my life. So this is groundbreaking news in my life today. That's why I'm sharing it with you. It's kind of fun to go over this. Italian, 2.4%. Again, had no clue I was Italian. Finnish, no clue I was 1% Finnish. And then here's where it gets interesting. South Asian, I'm 2%, 2.2% Pakistani. So that's all the way over here, right? That's next to India. Okay, so most of my bloodline is up here, right? So there's the United Kingdom. I was Russian over here. You said I had a little bit of Finnish. Where is that? Over here. 2.2% Pakistani. Again, that is pretty big, 2%. Didn't know, never knew, very interesting. And then finally, African makes up 0.4%, almost 0.5%. And that's Gambian, and I didn't even know where it was. If you zoom in, it's this little slit right here. And I'm not sure that that's necessarily, I don't know where that entered the bloodline. We'll just hope it was a positive relationship. We'll say it how it is. Okay, cool. So that's my breakdown, guys. Now you all know exactly what my ethnicity is. I'm 70% British, Again, I did not know I was any British. 70% British, 16% Russian, 8% Spanish, Portuguese, 2.4% Italian, 1% Finnish, 2% Pakistani, 0.4% West African. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was kind of just to have some fun, more like a vlog style, nothing to do with business, but this is really interesting. I keep laughing and smiling. I have mixed emotions here. I don't know. I thought I was half Polish, but anyway, later. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Bye.